우리에게 한층 더 다가온 혁신기술, 가상현실, 메타버스, 자율주행, NFT, 2022년 글로벌 테마투자 전략, 블록체인, 디지털 경제, 로보틱스 앤 인공지능, 기후변화, 모빌리티, 글로벌 테마투자, 지금 시작합니다.
And today, the first thematic opportunity that we wanted to talk about is lithium and battery technology. As we all know, the world is changing in terms of transportation. Electric vehicles are taking market share from internal combustion engine cars. And we would expect that trend to continue to be very powerful over the next few years. With that in mind, it's important to understand that these electric vehicles require lithium-ion battery technologies. And lithium-ion battery technology requires a key raw material, lithium. And as we can see here, lithium in electric vehicles require 10,000 more times in terms of quantity than a traditional smartphone. That's really going to drive an increased amount of demand for lithium, that key raw material. But at the same time, battery technology companies are very well positioned to capitalize the opportunity of electric vehicles. So a key couple of segments that we believe are very well positioned to capitalize on the electric vehicle revolution are lithium mining companies and lithium battery technology companies. So our lithium and battery technology ETF really tries to capture the opportunity across the supply chain of electric vehicles. So starting upstream with the raw material miners, these are the companies that are trying to extract the lithium all around the world. Today, Australia is the #1 country in terms of supply of lithium. All the way through chemical processing, going into midstream with cathode and anode production and lithium-ion cell manufacturing. As we can see here, China is the leading country in many of these different verticals. And starting upstream with lithium miners, what's important to understand, it's a very concentrated industry. As we can see here, the top 4 companies account for about 65% of the world's lithium supply. We first have SQM, a company positioned in Chile, Ganfeng, a company from China, Albemarle, a US company that has operations all over the world. These are the companies that are leading today. However, we're starting to see a lot of junior miners, these new entrants that are also trying to capture the opportunity here. At the same time, we know that lithium can be found all over the world. In South America, in the lithium triangle with Argentina, Chile, and Bolivia, in Australia as well. There's also lithium reserves in the United States, China, all over the world. These are companies that are now going to try to expand globally their operations. And what's important to understand here is that lithium demand continues to grow. Just in 2021, lithium demand was approximately 480,000 metric tons of lithium. By 2030, this number is expected to grow close to 2.5 million metric tons of lithium demand, almost a 5x increase in demand. That's from the demand side of things. If we look at the supply side, what's important to understand is that bringing lithium to market takes time. It takes between 3 to 5 years to take new lithium to market. That inelastic nature of supply, it's really creating some challenges for the industry. It's creating a lithium deficit that it's bringing lithium prices to all-time high levels. Right now, lithium prices are close to $70,000 per metric ton. That's a 10x increase from historical levels. That's really powerful for lithium miners who are benefiting from that increase in prices. As we think about it, that allows these miners to increase their top-line revenue growth, but it's also helping them to expand their margin profile. We would expect the lithium deficit to be resolved somewhere between 2025 or 2026 as more projects come to market to try to bring the necessary supply to meet electric vehicle goals. Now, if we look at battery technology in that segment, as we can see here, there are also a few companies that are very well positioned and are benefiting from the electric vehicle adoption. We have CATL in China, we have LG in South Korea, we have Panasonic in Japan, BYD in China as well. This is a global industry with a lot of Asia presence in terms of battery technology. All of these companies are working with the top OEMs around the world. They're working with Tesla, they're working with BMW, they're working with VW. In the United States, they're working with Ford and GM. These are really the companies that are supporting these car companies to bring electric vehicles to market. And one of the trends that we're seeing there is the adoption of lithium iron phosphate batteries, or LFP batteries. Just for context, today the battery market is basically divided in two different types of batteries. We have iron-based batteries, we have nickel-based batteries. Today, nickel-based batteries represent the major portion of that market share. However, we believe that by 2030, most batteries are going to be iron-based. Approximately 60 to 70% of batteries, we believe, are going to be LFP batteries. And that's given the facts that LFP batteries are 20 to 30% cheaper than nickel-based batteries. They're safer, they can be charged to 100%, and they have a greater average lifespan. All of those are benefits that will bring electric vehicle costs closer to internal combustion engine cars. In fact, we believe that electric vehicle costs are going to decline by 24% by 2030, with about 4% of the total cost decline coming from switching to LFP batteries. What's important to understand as well is that battery technology continues to improve. We're going from traditional NMC 532 or 622 batteries to NMC 811 batteries. There are nickel-rich batteries. Lithium iron phosphate batteries are also improving in many different ways. And over the next few years, we're going to see introduction of newer technologies like solid-state batteries. What's important to understand here is that all of these battery technologies require lithium and have lithium as that common denominator. In fact, even next generation of battery technology like solid-state batteries will require lithium, including more lithium because lithium is going to be able to be part of the anode side of the battery. To wrap things up, battery technology continues to decline in cost, making electric vehicles more affordable for consumers. At the same time, we're seeing a growing battery manufacturing pipeline that it's expected to really provide enough supply for electric vehicle companies. And all of that is translating into very strong demand for lithium, that key raw material that goes within that battery technology. And this is a theme that sits in the early adopters phase of that S-shaped curve of adoption. We believe there is plenty of opportunity to grow here. And for investors, this is a really exciting opportunity to try to capture that enormous potential. That wraps things up with the theme of lithium and battery technology. This is, again, a very exciting theme that we're going to be following. So keep an eye on this theme over the next few years because we believe that there is enormous potential opportunity here. Thanks for watching.